你正在收看
Tú estás viendo
You are watching 阿童木魅影
Astro Phantom.
Astro Phantom Television.
The Wizard of Oz, abridged from the classic tale of L. Frank Baum. Dorothy, with her Uncle Henry and Aunt Em and her little dog Toto, lived in a farmhouse on the plains of Kansas. One day, when Dorothy and Toto were standing on the back porch, she heard her uncle shout, "There's a cyclone coming, Em!" "Run for the cellar!" screamed Aunt Em. Before she could follow her aunt down the ladder into the dark hole under the house, the cyclone struck. Then a strange thing happened. The house whirled around 2 or 3 times and then rose slowly into the air. Dorothy felt as though she were going up in a balloon. It was very dark, and the wind howled, and the house almost tipped over. But after a long time it rode more smoothly. Dorothy felt as though she were being rocked gently, like a baby in a cradle. Toto barked loudly, but his mistress soon got over her fright. Before very long, both were fast asleep. When Dorothy awoke, she sprang from her bed, and with Toto at her heels, ran to open the front door. Her eyes grew big with wonder, and she gave a cry of amazement at the sight she saw. The cyclone had set the house down very gently, for a cyclone, in the midst of a beautiful countryside. As she stood looking eagerly about her, she noticed coming a group of the strangest people she had ever seen. One of them made a bow and said, "I am the Witch of the North."
I am the Witch of the North.
"Oh dear," cried Dorothy. "Are you really a witch? Can you help me get back to my home in Kansas?" "I can help you go to the City of Emeralds, where Oz the Great Wizard lives," said the witch. "Perhaps he will help you get back to your home." "But how can I get there?" asked Dorothy. "You must walk. These silver shoes, which belong to the Wicked Witch of the East, will help you, and I will give you my kiss. No one will dare injure you then." "Hey, these shoes are red. I think you might be colorblind, but thank you." Thereupon, she came close to Dorothy and kissed her gently upon the forehead, and with that the witch and her companions disappeared. Whoosh! Dorothy put on the silver shoes, picked up her basket, and with Toto running along beside her, started bravely along the yellow brick road that led toward the Emerald City.
That's a ruby.
After Dorothy had walked several miles, she stopped by the side of the yellow road to rest. From where she sat, she could see a scarecrow standing in the midst of a cornfield. "Good day," said the scarecrow in a rather husky voice. "Did you speak?" asked Dorothy in surprise. "Certainly," answered the scarecrow. "I could get down if this pole weren't stuck up through my coat." After she helped him down, he stretched and yawned and then thanked her politely. "My name is Dorothy," she said, "and I'm going to the Emerald City to see the Wizard of Oz." "Do you think," he asked, "if I go with you, the great Oz would give me some brains in place of the straw with which my head is stuffed?" "It would do no harm to try," replied Dorothy. So the little girl and the scarecrow and Toto started out together. The scarecrow politely carried Dorothy's basket. The next morning, Dorothy heard a groan nearby. "What was that?" she asked. "I cannot imagine," replied the scarecrow. When they had walked a little way, they came to a sight that made Dorothy stop short with a cry of surprise. One of the big trees had been partly chopped through, and standing beside it, with an uplifted axe in his hands, was a man made entirely of tin. "Did you groan?" asked Dorothy.
Yes.
Answered the Tin Woodsman. "I did. I've been groaning for more than a year."
I need oil.
"What can we do for you?" she inquired. "Get an oil can and oil my joints. They are rusted so badly that I cannot move them. You will find one at my cottage." Dorothy ran quickly to the cottage, found the oil can, and soon was busy oiling the Tin Woodsman's rusty joints. In a few minutes, he gave a happy sigh and lowered his axe. "I might have stood here forever if you had not come along. We are on our way to the Emerald City to see the Great Wizard of Oz. Do you suppose if I asked him, Oz would give me a heart?" asked the Tin Woodsman anxiously.
Yeah.
"Come along with us and see," invited the Scarecrow and Dorothy heartily. Putting the oil can in the basket in case of need, the 3 comrades and Toto started their way along the yellow brick road that wound through the wood. Not long afterward, they met a huge and very ferociously roaring lion. Dorothy was frightened until the King of Beasts admitted with shame that he was a cowardly lion. He asked whether Dorothy thought the Great Wizard could give him courage. She invited him to join their company. After many adventures, they came to the end of the forest and could see a green glow in the sky, which became brighter and brighter. In the afternoon, they came to the great wall that surrounded the Emerald City. was high and thick and bright in color. The gate was studded with emeralds. Dorothy pushed a button and the gate opened. Inside the gate, they were met by a little man dressed in green, who seemed surprised when they stated their errand. "I am the guardian of the gate," he announced. "I will take you to the wizard's palace. Each of you must put on a pair of these green spectacles,
Take these 6 shades.
and otherwise the brightness and glory of Emerald City will blind you." The next day, Dorothy was taken into the throne room. Seated on the throne, she saw an enormous head. "I am Oz the Great and Terrible. Why do you seek me?"
What do you want?
"I am Dorothy, the small and meek. I have come to you for help. I want to go back to my home in Kansas. If you wish me to help you, first you must do something for me," thundered Oz. "You must destroy the..."
Wicked Witch of the West!
Dorothy left the throne room in tears. How could she, a little girl, destroy the Wicked Witch? On the following days, the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodsman, and the Cowardly Lion, each in turn, received an audience in the throne room. Each time the Great Wizard took a different shape, and to each request, Oz made the same reply. "When the Witch of the West is gone, then and only then return to me." "You too. Same to you." Greatly discouraged, the 4 friends and Toto left the Emerald City in quest of the Wicked Witch of the West. As they made their way, the witch was watching them through her magic telescope. She tried in every way to prevent them from reaching the country over which she ruled. The friends became separated, and only Dorothy, the lion, and Toto reached the witch's gloomy castle when they were imprisoned. "Hey, you're going with me!"
Ooh, ah.
As the days went by, Dorothy became more and more unhappy.
I'm so unhappy today.
Then one day, Dorothy threw a pail of water at the witch.
Ah!
Imagine Dorothy's surprise when she saw the witch melt away right before her eyes.
Melting! Melting!
Joyfully, she ran out of the castle courtyard crying, "The Wicked Witch is destroyed! We're free!" Happily, on their return journey to the Emerald City, Dorothy, Toto, and the lion found the Scarecrow and the Tin Woodsman again.
Hello. Hello.
Back once more in the wizard's palace, the 4 friends demanded that Oz keep his promise. To their dismay, Oz proved to be a great humbug who really could do nothing for them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't really do anything for you. Ah! 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 Oh! Oof! Oof! Oh, no.
Many days were to pass before Dorothy and Toto, helped by their 3 friends and with the assistance of a princess named Glinda, were to see Kansas again. "Say, you look pretty familiar." Finally, the day came when Princess Glinda bade Dorothy say farewell. "Bye, Felicia." Actually, it's Glinda. Whatever. Taking Toto in her arms and waving goodbye, Dorothy clapped the heels of her silver shoes together and cried, "Take me home to Aunt Em!" The next thing she knew, she was standing on the Kansas prairie before Uncle Henry's new farmhouse. The silver shoes were gone. Aunt Em was just coming out to water her flowers when she saw Dorothy running toward her.
I see them. They're right on my feet.
"My darling child, where in the world did you come from?" she cried. "From the land of Oz," said Dorothy, "and we're so very glad to be home again."